Hello, my name is Cristina Esparza. I am currently studying a bachelor's degree in communication and digital media. And the purpose of this presentation is to talk to you about something that I'm really passionate about, and that is coffee. And I'm sure that in some way it is also part of your life. So, in this talk, I aim to do three things. The first thing is to explain you what is contained in coffee, because most people think that it's only caffeine. Then I'll talk about the benefits and the downsides of coffee, and finally I'll talk about the correct hours in which we can consume coffee. To tackle my first point, I'll talk about what we are drinking, what is in coffee. So, what's in coffee are polyphenols, deeper tones, and also chlorogenic acids that gives it its properties such as anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antihypertensive. And we should also remark that there is a substance called acrylamide in coffee that is known as a cancerogenic acid. However, it is only found in coffee in portions of 20 to 30 milligrams, and the toxic dose is about 100 milligrams. So, to consume coffee, it is safe if it is American or espresso without sugar, because other types of coffee, such as cappuccino, can be dangerous because of the intake of sugar that we are consuming. Moving to my second point, the benefits and downsides of coffee. Coffee is medically proved that reduces the risk of cardiac disease by 8% if we consume 2 cups a day at least. And it also decreases the risk of developing ovarian cancer, liver cancer, and melanoma cancer. And we should mention that even though it has a lot of benefits in consuming coffee, there's also downsides, as it is prejudicial for the bone system if we consume it in more than 700 milligrams a day. And to move to my final point, even if it might sound odd, there are certain hours in which we can consume coffee and hours that we shouldn't consume it. Because in certain hours of the day, our body releases cortisol, that is a hormone that helps our organism to work in certain ways. But when we consume coffee, this will give us a caffeine rush that will make us feel energized, but then when it lowers, we will feel even more fatigued than that if we didn't have any coffee. Therefore, it is recommended to consume coffee only from 9:30 to 11:30 and from 1:30 to 5, because around the other times, it's the time that the cortisol is being released. And also, it is important to mention that after 5, it is not recommended to consume coffee because it can interfere with your sleep schedule. So, to summarize all the points I'll talk about, it is safe and it is recommended to consume coffee because of its benefits, but only if we're talking about Americano or espresso with no sugar. And it has a lot of benefits that we talk about, such as its properties of antioxidant and antihypertensive, and it reduces the risk of developing certain diseases, but it also has its downsides in health, such as its effect in the bone system. And finally, it's important to take your coffee at the right time so you don't suffer from the effects of the cortisol release combined with coffee. Thank you so much for being interested in this topic, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them now.